psychology in NASCAR? Of course there is. Like any sport, a driver's psyche is paramount to their success. What goes through their minds as the season winds down and they head for a championship run? Dr. Jack Stark is a performance psychologist that works with drivers, and here's what he does.
I try to take all that pressure off. 1/10 of a second, we have 1,200 chemical changes in our body. So your body can get really wound up. So I try to do some stress management types of things. I also try to take any kinds of things that are going on in their life off of them in terms of their worries. Because it's race day. You got to get it taken care of, and you got to have somebody out there that says, don't worry about it, I'll get it taken care of, you just go drive.
Four-time champion Jeff Gordon agrees with the doc, but has always felt he's been able to put the pressures aside when it comes time to race.
Handling pressure and the stresses that come along with racing has probably been one of my strong suits. I feel like there's just way too many other things to think about once you get to the racetrack, and nothing else seems to enter my mind other than that.
Roush Fenway co-owner Jack Roush doesn't use a psychologist for his team, but has others he feels act on that behalf.
There's a lot of freelance psychology work that's done, within the team. Crew chiefs do it, and of course I do it as well. But the idea of saying how could you get the most mental strength, mental toughness out of what's between your ears, we probably are not working that as hard as some of our competitors are.
And what goes on mentally between the driver's ears on a lap-by-lap or a week-by-week basis is something that Dr. Stark, Mr. H, and Jeff Gordon all feel is very important to the success of the driver and the team.
Being able to block it out. You cannot go. You've got to instantly forget about it, because you're going around that corner at 200 miles an hour and you're thinking about what happened 4 laps ago. You're going to be in trouble.
What you want to do is everybody to do the best they can. And if it doesn't happen, you can't let it destroy you for the next year. As soon as it's over, you've got to say, okay, that's done, and let's go get ready for another year.
I'm somebody that always sort of blocks things out very easily, and that's always just been kind of built in me, and I think that's good and that's bad. That's good in racing because it allows you to just worry about the things that you need to worry about that are important, and focus on the things that are coming up.
And what's important is keeping focus for 4 straight hours. Every 1/10 of a second in this sport is crucial, and unlike other sports, there are no breaks.
You don't get out of your car for 4 hours. There's no timeouts. You can't stop, you can't get it. You can have a little drink of water, you have a little bit of cold air blowing on you, but that's it. You're in this tight little quarters, hot as can be, constantly thinking, worrying with tremendous G-force on your body for 3, 4, 5 hours. And there's no sport like that. I don't think they get the respect that they deserve.
And as the final race in Homestead draws near, what advice would the kind doc give to the drivers battling it out for the championship?
Your switch. Turn it on, turn it off. In other words, during the week, let it go on Monday. Don't even think about it. Same way on Tuesday, Wednesday, start thinking about it. It's a V shape. And then learn how to turn it on and focus, do your visualization, go over the data, what you got to do, then turn it off again. You can't carry it with you 24 hours a day, because by Saturday or Sunday, you're worn out. So that's my thing, is learn how to turn it on. Know your body, pace yourself well, and then just before it's time to perform, that's when you turn the switch on, and you can go for 4 hours.
Really interesting talking to Dr. Jack Stark about the psychology of the sport, but it goes beyond the drivers, really, and he told me stories about how some of the crew chiefs use them. Jack Knaus here on the 48, he was one of those first crew chiefs to jump up and say, okay, let's use your services. He used them on the guys on the team. It's a very long, grueling season in NASCAR, and as we wind down the season, it's interesting to hear all different takes on what to stay in the game for 10 months, basically, is what we do here in the garage area. Very interesting takes on the drivers, crew members, and crew chiefs. Johnny?